Hey there, my Irishman, this is Sean of Nintendo, and welcome to episode, I believe it's 21, of Let's Interview, a series where I take various Let's Players or YouTubers, and I interview them so you guys can get to know them, and he or she can get a little bit more publicity. So who do we have today?
Hey guys, what's up? My name is TheFearowoftime, or that's the YouTube channel, but you guys can call me Jeff, because I prefer everyone to be all, like, know me on a personal level type thing.
That's cool. So how are you doing today, Jeff?
I'm doing pretty good, kind of cold, but other than that, doing great.
He drank all of his tea.
I did. I'm out of tea. That makes me sad.
Okay, we'll start off by telling everyone a little bit about your channel.
Okay, so basically, I started last year in 2011, and I'm kind of known for doing like Super Monkey Ball and Animal Crossing stuff, so I guess like stuff that you wouldn't normally see on many Let's Players channels, and at the moment, I'm doing Portal 2 blind, which is pretty fun. I mean, if you like people getting frustrated at themselves and making themselves look like idiots, then yes, it's fun. And I'm planning on doing another Animal Crossing Let's Play pretty soon, as well as some pretty cool co-op projects and stuff coming up, so that's a little bit about it.
Out of curiosity, would you ever try to do the 365 days of Animal Crossing?
Whew. I mean, if I recorded like a few parts ahead, you know, so I wasn't always like stressed for recording and like had some backups, you know, I would start on like New Year's Day and just record like me playing through I mean, you know, that'd be a tough challenge. It would be something that I would do only if my viewers were like asking for it. Like I wouldn't have a problem doing it and it'd be fun, but I wouldn't want to like start then and be like, people, why are you doing this? And plus, you know, I'd also get like the you're copying people thing.
Oh god. It's serious business.
Yeah, no, YouTube, serious business, guys. Watch out. Nobody can play the same game as you.
The Let's Playing community would be dead if that was the case.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
So, for an interesting question, how did you come up with TheFearowoftime? I have a little bit of an idea, but I'll let you answer it.
Okay, so this is a question that I get asked a lot, and it's a question that I haven't, like, you know, experience answering. Basically, I joined the Speed Gamers forums last... I think it was like March of 2011, and I was like, I need a witty name for this forum, because it's a video game forum, right? And I was like, well, I do like Ocarina of Time, so I was like, the Hero of Time. Then I was like, let's bring in some Pokemon, and then I was like, what rhymes with hero? And then I was like, Fearo rhymes with hero. And so I replaced hero with Fearo, and there you go. There's the Fearo of Time.
There was quite a lot of puns about that made during your Ocarina of Time LP.
Yeah, that everyone was, yeah, and not only that, it was like, people call me like the hero of limes or the hero of rhymes. People mess with my username so much, and I like it. I like that it gives people that flexibility to like make really interesting nicknames for me.
That's cool.
You know, so I like it. And at first I was kind of like awkward with the name, and I was like, oh yeah, it's the Fear of Time. But as I've like got older and got, you know, like progressed into my YouTubiness, I've really embraced it when people call me that. Although, like, now, of course, I introduce myself as Jeff in my videos instead of, hey, everyone, it's the Fear of Time here, welcome back. You know, it's like, hey, it's Jeff. Because, I don't know, I view my subscriber base as, like, a family, or, like, friends, you know? It's like a group of friends instead of, like, I don't know. It's just kind of sentimental, I suppose.
I get what you mean. So on to the next question. Who made your channel background?
That was IR Rob, also known as Waffle Butt now. I think he goes by Waffle Butt now.
That's an awesome name.
He's a really cool guy. He's been making my backgrounds for a year now, a little over a year. He's made all of my partner backgrounds except for one, and he's done a lot of other graphic work for me. He's a really great guy. Haven't talked to him recently because I've been really busy, and he's been busy with school and stuff as well. So, yeah, but I think it's Waffle Butt. It's his new username. So
that's cool. So who inspired you to start LPing, if anyone did?
It's an interesting way that I got started. So I was on the Speed Gamers forums, and I was like already a big watcher of Chugga Conroy since 2009. Because I think, wasn't 2009 when he did Winwaker?
I honestly don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it was whenever he was doing Winwaker. That's when I started watching him. And I remember watching that in his Crystal Let's Play, and you know, I was like really hooked on it. And it's not like I ever thought, hey, I'm gonna do this. But then I joined the Speed Gamers forums and started their Let's Play forum, and people were like, oh yeah, well this is the equipment you'll need if you start, and it's kind of cheap. And I was like, well, I need a hobby. and it's kind of cheap, and I have a job. At the time, I had a job. And I was like, this might not be such a bad thing to do. And so my first idea was to basically like do a video diary for Animal Crossing, like basically play for 30 days and talk about my day instead, like basically like vlogging without my face. So like vlogging with Animal Crossing in the background.
Oh, that's cool.
And the funny thing is like, I think I uploaded like 15 parts of that like LP before, and then all of a sudden like people started finding my channel. I was like, what? So it was really weird. I was just like, this is like a video diary of me talking about my day and everything, and now people are finding it. And so whenever I go back and look at how like the views on those videos, I'm like, dude, all you're listening to me do is talk about my day. There's no me talking about the game in there. So it's really funny. I guess it's like an echo of my past, if you will. It's kind of interesting to think about.
That's pretty cool. So was this your very first YouTube channel?
I've had various other accounts just to like favorite videos and stuff. I think I think they were all like, it was just like my name with like a bunch of X's before it and after it or something like that. I can't remember. But honestly, yeah, this was my first YouTube channel. I've never, had another one that was like, that I uploaded to. Well, there was one I uploaded like this like tag challenge video thing. I don't know. It was some weird thing that I did with a few Facebook friends a long time ago, and the video's still out there. If anyone finds it, I'm gonna laugh. Someone actually did. I think We187 found it one time and linked it to me on Twitter. I think I was ranting about like who was better, ninjas or pirates. I think that was like the concept of the video. So, and it was like, I think it's from 2010, like it was either from early 2010 or mid 2010, but it's really bad.
That's pretty cool. Funny enough, actually, back on my first channel, I think the first video I uploaded, and you might not have noticed, but you played Wind Waker, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Well, there's an interesting glitch I found in Wind Waker, and I actually remade the video on my channel with like when I got the HTTP VR. Apparently, and it's interesting, guys. You guys listen up for this, like all you Wind Waker fans out there. You know that shop on Windfall Island where you like get all those like little trophy things?
Right.
Well, apparently, if you have that stand fully complete, if you stand outside that stand, like let's say there's the place where you get the sail, and then like right next to it, like if you stand right there and face at the wall opposite of it and play the Song of Passing at night time, when it turns to daytime, the song that plays when you're sailing, the da-na-na-na-na, will actually play on Windfall.
What?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I never knew that.
I'll link you the video when this is over. And actually, I'll even link in the description box for you guys as well, if you guys want to check that out.
Yeah, go check that video out. That's hilarious. I want to see that.
Okay, on to the next question. When you're using your other channels box on your channel, would you primarily reserve it for friends, channels you enjoy, or a mix of both?
Okay, so I use my channel box for a variety of things. I mainly box people I chat with a lot, or am planning on working with, or who've done something, helped me out with something. I'm like, hey, for this, I'll give you a box spot, because it's just like, hey, it's a nice thing to do. It's the least I could do to repay someone.
Yeah.
But I also enjoy, like, if I find newer Let's Players, like, there's this newer Let's Player that I found. Her name is Dark Angel Yoshi, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I found her the other day, and she's doing a Fable Let's Play, and I was like, this is really good. So I was like, you deserve more subscribers. I'm gonna box you. Uh-huh. So I put her in my box and gave her like a mini shout out on Twitter. And I do those things, like, people always link me their videos, and I try to retweet what I can on Twitter, to help out, because if people weren't there to help me out when I started, I would never be where I am. And so I figure the least I can do to give back to the community is to help people out who are just starting, or who deserve more subscribers, or who, whatever, who put a lot of work into their videos.
That's very good.
And so mainly my box is like friends and like people I think, deserve a little bit more recognition, and people who help me out. So it's a mix of all three, really. And being with Yaush, we don't require like anyone to box. Like, there's no, like, box rotation. I know Koopa Kung Fu was kind of talking about that in your previous interview, how TGS used to do the rotation. I don't think there's any requirements for boxes, so I just kind of go with the flow.
I'm pretty sure Yaush asked you to, like, box, like, the main channel and then, like, whatever one you were affiliated with first. And I did that for a while, but it's like, Yaush doesn't really seem to give back too much.
That's the thing. I was all in it at first. I was, like, all gung-ho for it, but then I was just like, meh. Let me do my own thing. I'm gonna do my own thing. So
I would be like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like this. I'm gonna be a boss. Be my own boss.
Okay.
My business from my house.
So, what was the very first game you ever played?
Very first game I ever played. Whew. I think it was. What? I don't know. I can't remember. It was probably something on like the original Game Boy before I got my N64. But the first game I remember religiously playing was Super Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time. Mm-hmm. And then I got a Super Nintendo like a year after I got my N64, which right backwards. And then I got Super Mario World and Super Mario All-Stars and fell in love with those games. I mean, head over heels, put a ring on it, fell in love with it. I just, like, Mario All-Stars is probably one of the greatest compilations of games ever created. In my opinion. That's just my opinion.
Okay, but what was the worst game you ever played?
Oh goodness. There was this game called, it was like Clay Fighters, something like that. It was either that or what was it? Oh, like some Kirby did a Let's Play of this, and I just could not play this game. It was like I cannot remember the title of the game. It was like, but there was just like I don't remember the name of it, but it was really bad. And then there was there were just a few other games that were just like terrible games. And then there were some games that I thought were terrible that actually ended up like being a lot of fun. There was the Toy Story 2 game for the N64 where the controls were really bulky and like the dialogue was so stupid. And at first I hated it, but the gameplay was so fun once you got into it. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. There's what was it? If I think about it, I'll mention it later. Okay, Mischief Makers. There it is. I got it. Okay, Mischief Makers. I just could not play that game. It might not be a horrible game. I just couldn't play it. my 10-year-old brain could not comprehend how to play that game.
Yeah, that's kind of like when you're playing those games when you're young and you come back when you're older and think maybe I was just young and inexperienced. Like nope, it's just a shitty game.
Yeah, if I played Mischief Makers now, I'd probably be a lot more into it.
That's cool. So, who are some... sorry, am I on the right question here? Yeah. Who are some of your favorite Let's Players or just YouTubers?
Oh, man. I don't really have, favorite Let's Players, because I just, I always rotate depending on games and stuff, what people are playing and everything. Definitely Josh Jepson. I'd have to say, he's an overall nice guy, and the games he chooses are good. And he has a really good commentary voice, obviously, he has 80,000 plus subscribers now, so obviously he's doing something right. But, he's easy to listen to. And, then, I guess at the moment, I'm watching a lot of Kobanermani.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a nice guy, and, he's doing Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, which is one of my childhood favorite games, from the GameCube. It's probably the third favorite game from the GameCube of mine. So... really enjoying that, and I've done some co-coms with him, and he's just a really fun guy to hang around with. Let's see, I'm trying to think of who I watch on a regular basis. PewDiePie. Sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
I watch Pewdie sometimes, but it's mostly when he's doing Amnesia, the regular version. I don't like any of the custom stories or any of the random, some of the random stuff he does is okay, but I just more enjoy him for either Happy Wheels or the Amnesia or Penumbra stuff that he's done. So mostly his older stuff, really. I'm trying to think of who I've been watching lately. I can go. Let me check my sub box. I can tell you who I've been watching.
Enjoy this brief intermission, dude.
Yeah.
Okay,
no,
no.
like I mentioned, I am enjoying Dark Angel Yoshi right now because she's doing a Fable Let's Play, and that makes me happy because I like Fable. So I'm like, and your commentary is funny, and so I'm doing that. And then just as far as just people in the community, I watch pretty much. If you upload a video and I see it in my Twitter feed, I generally try to watch it, basically. So if I'm following you on Twitter and I see a video, like, hey, video, I watch it, or I watch some of it, So, I don't really pick favorites, but, I guess that's life. If Chugga was doing a different game, I'd probably be way more into watching him right now, but I just haven't watched Emil since, goodness, for a while. I think Luigi's Mansion and Pikmin 2 were the last time I watched him, so it was a while ago.
That's cool. So what's your favorite Let's Play that you've done?
Oh man, that's tough. As far as what's made me a better Let's Player, or like made my editing different and like really made me grow, is probably Marble Blast Ultra. Because that game is when I started like doing cuts and like those little mini like fail reels in my video where I just like, you know, cut to different fails of a certain thing. Or then there's Super Mario 64 was just a blast to record. I just had so much fun recording that one. And then, you know, Animal Crossing City Folk was really nice too, because I was going through like a really nice period of my life. And it was just like, you know, I was happy all the time. So whenever I recorded it, just like, it was so reflective of that. And so when people watch that Let's Play, people like, I don't get dislikes on those videos anymore, basically, because I was happy recording it and people were happy when the commentator's happy, you know, and they can tell. So I think there's like 3. So probably Super Mario 64, Marble Blast, and then Animal Crossing City Folk.
Yeah, that's cool. So what's your recording setup like? What equipment do you use?
I use a MSI GT70 what is it? I don't even know the actual model number. It's just a GT70, with some numbers after it and some letters. But so 12 gigs of RAM, 4 gig graphics card, Intel i7-3610 processor with like 1.5 terabytes of memory. So that's my computer.
That's a heavy duty thing.
Yeah, it cost me $2,000.
Oh.
I had an internship this summer and basically used the money I made from the internship to pay for my laptop. And as far as like console recording, I use an HD PVR, and Total Media Extreme obviously comes with that, so that's the software I use. And I use a Blue Snowball, the brushed aluminum one, because nobody else uses the brushed aluminum one, apparently. I'm like the only one who got the brushed aluminum one. Everyone else got white or black. It's like, ugh. No, I like chrome, thanks. And as far as like, I guess PC recording, I use Fraps version 3, the new build 3.5 or whatever it is, because it doesn't split my videos up. And I use Camtasia sometimes as far as like if I'm recording Flash Game or something, which I haven't done in a while. I haven't used Camtasia since I made videos for Nimbuzz, which was like last summer, so. I think I'm trying to think. Basically, my setup is like I have a couch in my room, and then a coffee table in front of me, and my mic and my laptop are on the coffee table, and then behind the coffee table I have a TV on a stand, and then I have all my game systems like beside the TV but out of view. So it's kind of really cool because you don't see it, and I can just like switch systems, and nobody has to see the mess of cords or anything. So it's kind of nice. I have a pretty nice setup, and I'm really happy with it.
That's cool. So is there any regrets you have in any of your past LPs?
Oh man, just like forcing commentary is probably my biggest regret. Like after Animal Crossing and I started gaining popularity, I did Super Monkey Ball 2, and if you go back and watch that, a lot of the commentary is just so much like you can't tell it's forced, because I tried to do a good job of covering it up, but I'm gonna say right now a lot of it was like forced funny, basically, because I was going through a lot of crap in my life then when I was doing that Let's Play, and so it was that one and Super Mario Galaxy were probably like the most meh, as far as like if I could redo both of them I would, kind of thing. And then I guess just stopping and starting so many different Let's Plays has been a big regret, and I'm still struggling with that, and that's why I'm, you know, I uploaded that little like trailer thingy on my channel, and I was like, hey, from now on just doing things that I know I can finish and enjoy. Because I just keep stopping and starting, and it keeps bothering me because I feel so bad. Like my subscribers will be like, oh yeah, he's doing this, oh he's not doing it anymore, you know, and I feel like it has a big impact on my channel as a whole, and I want to get back to like that consistent good flow. Like back in the spring I did a good job, you know, I completed a bunch of different Let's Plays of like arcade games, and I'd flow to the next one, and I'd do my reviews, and you know, and I had my Animal Crossing and my Minecraft, so everything was like schedule and precise, and now it's all like over the place. So I guess just getting back to a good schedule.
Okay, that's cool. So what's your opinion on the Let's Play community today?
Oh goodness, do you want my honest opinion or the safe opinion?
Honest. These are honest interviews. Depends on whatever you want to do.
I won't be too harsh on it. I just think that a lot of people, like even I am guilty of this sometimes, get jealous of other people's success because we're human. I mean, we're only human, and we're only going to want to succeed ourselves, you know? like, part of us is always going to be selfish and want to get ahead of the next person. I mean, that's just human nature. So, I mean, I kind of understand it, but it's just like I see a lot of like infighting in the community lately, and it really bums me out because, I mean, yes, I used to be a drama queen in the community. I used to cause a lot of problems for a lot of people, and people didn't like me, and I'd like to think that I've changed. You know, I try to promote people who I think are cool or like that I like find. You know, I try to help out. I try to retweet people's videos and give people feedback and, you know, support people that are growing, because without growth, like, how can the community grow as a whole without people getting bigger, you know? Mm-hmm. So, you know, I just think that a lot of people now are really selfish and they don't look at the bigger picture of, hey, this guy's actually a good person, or, hey, you know, this or that. I just think we fight too much and we don't really try to get along as people. You know, because in the end of the day, we're all humans and we're all a person. You know, we're not celebrities. The bigger, not even me. I'm not anything. You know, but like people, like, I don't know, bigger YouTubers. You know, they're just people too. I mean, and a lot of times they get a hot head about it, and I just think that's the wrong way to go about that as well. You know, I don't know. The community's kind of frayed from when I started. Back when I started, like, you know, people were doing collab channels that were actually going somewhere. And nobody was trying to get ahead. It was all just for the heck of, like, promoting smaller Let's Players while also making Let's Plays with a group of friends. And now it's just like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem the same. Something doesn't feel right about it. And I hope that changes, because it used to be a really great community. And there are certain parts of it that still are really good. You know, there are, like, I have my group of friends, and then I also have, like, my group of followers on Twitter. And my group of followers on Twitter are generally good. Like, I've never seen too much fighting from them, you know. I never see too much drama in my Twitter feed. I just think it's when people get jealous that problems start happening, you know, when overly jealous. It's always good to have a little bit of jealousy to drive you to be better, you know, that little, like, push to, like, better yourself, I guess it would be. But once it goes past that and it gets to the point where it's like, hey, I'm jealous of this person, so I'm gonna dislike all their videos, or, you know, I'm gonna troll them because this or that, then it becomes a problem, and then it's not fun anymore when you start having people doing that. You know, it takes the fun out of it. Like, yeah, dislikes on a video suck, and it's not the end of the world. It's like, whatever, okay, I got 5 dislikes on a video, but it's like, it's more the, why do people do this? You know, like, it's like, okay, you dislike my video, but why? Like, why do you go around disliking my videos? You know, like, what, you know, because I tend to think that I don't do anything wrong to people. You know, like, I try my best to keep my nose out of drama and, you know, be nice to everyone. So it's like, whenever that happens, I'm just like, it makes me think, did I do something wrong? Did I, like, offend the wrong person or something? So it's just, you know, like, I wish the Let's Play community wasn't like that. I wish it was, like, more friendly like it used to be.
I'm pretty sure the community will probably pick up again. Excuse me for a second. Sorry, guys. The throat went dry for a second there. Okay, we'll move on to the next question there. And is there any advice you'd like to give to other LPers out there?
If you're a new Let's Player, I would say my best advice, make friends. My best advice is make friends and work together, and don't care. Like, honestly, don't care what you say or what you do. Have fun. Be as silly as you want. I mean, hell, I talk in random voices, you know, that people think are retarded in real life, but, you know, people on YouTube find it funny, and that's who I am. I make voices, and if that's you, then make voices. Be yourself all the time. Don't try to be something that you're not just for views or subs, basically. You know, like, if you're yourself, people can tell. People can see right off the bat, hey, that guy's a genuine person. I like him. Or, you know, like, hey, that guy's forcing his commentary a little bit. Maybe not so much. So, it's all about being yourself, making friends, and just getting to know people. Like, that's what's really helped me the most in growing my channel, is just who I know and the friends that I have. You know, because if you're friends with someone who's a little bit bigger than you, and you know, like, they see your videos and they like them, they'll eventually, you know, probably end up helping you out a little bit. And that's good. Like, I mean, nobody can get ahead in this like area of expertise without a little help from people. You know, I mean, like, as interesting as that sounds, like, you really almost can't do it on your own. It's help and be helped, you know? So I just think that finding friends who think like you is a blessing, and it's something that you should try to do, like, right off the bat. And I guess also try to, if you're doing console Let's Plays, put some work into editing them. People can tell. Like, if you just upload raw footage from a Dazzle, people are gonna tell. But if you get an editing program like Sony Vegas or Pinnacle Studio or I guess Final Cut Pro if you're on a Mac, and you just throw some effects on your video to make it a little bit crisp, maybe like throw some like annotations or whatever in there at the end to like let people know, go to the next video, or just and jump cuts and stuff like that, instead of like leaving all your like failure in, just cut to when you like do. Just editing in general is something that I recommend, because it's fun. It's fun to learn how to edit, and it's fun to like watch people fail repeatedly in certain parts of videos when they edit the right way, and it's just like fail and then fail and then fail, and you start laughing at the first one, and then it just makes you laugh more and more and more as it goes along. And I don't know, that's just a big thing I'm a fan of. So
that's a good answer.
And also be nice. Be freaking nice. Just be nice to everyone you meet, because you never know what someone's going through, and you never know like what their situation is, and you never know, like, you could be nice to someone who you think is mean and they turn out to be the nicest person in the world. So you never know who someone is until you try to get to know them. So don't count anyone out. Okay,
that's a very good answer. So we're coming up near the end of this video. For the third last question, this has nothing to do with LPing at all, but what's your favorite Pokemon?
Oh man, Misdreavus, definitely Misdreavus. I played Silver when I was a kid, and I was in Mount Silver actually, and I remember looking at the guide online for it, and there was this Pokemon called Misdreavus with a really low encounter rate in one room only in Mount Silver, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go try to catch it. And I caught it, and it was just the coolest Pokemon ever. And then, like, when I was playing, and I just, like, it had such a cool design. The bio for it was really, like, grim, but it was kind of cool. So I was like, that's really neat. And then when I was playing 4th Gen Soul Silver, I caught a Misdreavus at a really low level, and it ended up, when I got it to, like, level 60, I got a Darkstone and evolved it to Mismagius, and that thing swept the entire Elite Four. And I just fell in love with that evolution chain. So definitely those. And then I don't know, I don't really like that many from the new gen, but I guess I like Pawniard. Mm-hmm. He looks pretty cool. And Volcarona as well. It's pretty neat looking. So those two from the newer generation. And Reunculus. That's pretty legitimate.
Alright, cool. So the second last question here. Is there any question you would have liked me to ask you during this interview that I can maybe add in future videos?
I would... I'm trying to think if there's anything that I would have put. Maybe, like... I don't know. Like, when did you find Let's Playing first? Or, like, who was the first Let's Player you found? Kind of thing.
Okay. Who was the first Let's Player you found? It was Chuck Conroy, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mentioned it was Emil, yeah. And I found him because I was looking for a walkthrough for Winwaker because I was playing through it again, and there I was stuck on a part. So I was like, YouTube might have a video walkthrough or something. So like, to YouTube, and then no, that's not even how I did it. I was in Google search and I typed in Legend of Zelda Wind Waker walkthrough, and Chugga Conroy's video appeared. And I was like, oh, a video walkthrough, that's easy. So I can watch it and like mimic what he does. And I watched it, and his commentary was just fantastic and funny, and I just fell in love with like watching Let's Plays then. And it was great. So that's how I discovered it.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll make sure to add in that for future interviews. So guys, we've come to the last question. This is just personal feedback for me. Oh, stuttered that. How did you like this interview?
It was fun. I love being interviewed. I think this is the third one I've done in my short Let's Playing career. But it's always really fun to just like have people ask you things and be able to speak freely about how you feel about questions and certain things like that. It's really nice, and it's an honor that you've had me on because you had Koopa Kung Fu, and he's one of I look up to him so much. He's such a nice guy, and just to be in like the same video type series with him means a lot to me.
Okay, and, that's no problem. I'm glad to have you on.
Yeah, and it's just really cool that there's people out there that want to get to know me like that, because I don't really think... it's not that I don't think highly of myself, I just don't let things go to my head, I guess, more than the next person. So I really don't feel that I'm anything special. I'm just a guy, you know, I'm just a 21-year-old guy making videos for YouTube in his spare time while going to college. So it's like, you know, it's really cool that people actually think that you know, people actually, that means something to them, you know? It's really cool that I mean that to that person, or to that community. It makes me feel nice.
That's cool. That's a very good answer. Okay, guys, as we're going to wrap up this video, we want to thank you all for joining us in this video, taking the time to watch this 30-minute long video. Congratulations, Jeff. I'm pretty sure you just broke the longest interview video.
Oh yeah.
I'm not too sure about that. I should have checked that beforehand because I didn't expect it to go this long.
That's what happens when you talk to me. I go off on tangents.
No problem. So again, guys, thank you for watching, and thank you, Jeff, for joining us.
Yeah, no problem.
Make sure to go check out his channel. Link in the description box to his channel and his Twitter annotations on the screen. All that good stuff. And links to everything else in that description box. So you sign off one more time, guys. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the series. And we'll see you in the next video. So bye for now.